welcome back to another episode here in our Minecraft Let's Play Long Play series. Today we are going to be doing our world tour here for episode 15. I'm so excited to show you everything that we've done so far. Let's get started. So on the day that I'm filming this is actually Minecraft day 754. So we've been in this world for quite some time. I started building the base here in this mountain valley. I really wanted to be next to this ginormous mountain. I just felt that this was the most picturesque spot, and this was our starter house. I loved building this at the time. If I had to build it all over again, I would make some changes, particularly some detailing. I kind of wanted to go ahead and re-detail some of these, especially the exterior bits, but I felt it was good to kind of see a starting point. And actually, in episode 1, you can actually see the very first look of what this whole, really the top part of this looked like. At the time, there was another big mountain here that I cleared out, which took forever as I was dealing with just stone, pickaxes, shovels, and hoes, so it took forever. You have just a little starter smelting area, nothing fancy, and then this is still our storage that we're using, all of our starter storage. One of my next projects I want to do is actually expanding this and giving this its own proper building, but all in due time. And then coming up here, you just have a little bedroom, little kitty cat. This looks just like my cat in real life, Princey, so decided to name him that. And then, like I said, nothing special at all. Kind of see my building has, I hope, improved. And a little balcony, which I've actually just used as a jump pad because I tend to go up there to sleep and jump out. And then over here we have just a little picnic area. I didn't actually film a video on this tree just because it did not work out properly in the filming process. But if you come down, you have this tree trunk. I used some mushroom stem block. And then you have what I intended to look like was the tree trunk inside of a tree. And here I have our sugarcane farm. It is small, but honestly it gets the job done. I have some mods that really use a lot of paper, such as Macaw's Trapdoors, and you need a lot of paper for that. So this does the job, and I'm excited to get rockets one day and fireworks. That way we can fly with our elytra. So it'll be a good fuel source for that. And then coming out of the sugarcane tree and out of the starter storage, you actually have the bakery here. This is one of the very first builds we did as well. We have a little bit of some villagers in here, and it actually doubles as a villager breeder. You can see here just what I thought a bakery would look like in Minecraft. A little unconventional with the, what is this, outdoor selling area, but I have the fence gates that hopefully stop a lot of mobs, with the exception probably of baby zombies, but looks like we have some extra security around the area. And then coming up here, this doesn't look the best, but it does work as a good manual villager breeder. Just throw them some bread, they get to it, and I have villagers. And what's great about it is I do have a great mod called Villager in a Bucket, which allows me to just pick up a bucket, scoop them up like so, and put them down. It's a really great mod. Suggest checking it out if you have not already, or you're interested in that kind of stuff. It is a really great mod. It makes gameplay so much easier. I don't mind the railway system, but for this particular series, I just wanted ease with the villagers because they can be a big pain. So it really helps out. And then coming up here, we have our library and enchanting setup. This took forever. I think this was episode 2. And we actually over here have our bees as well. We do have a new flower shop down there that I have a couple bees in, but this really is the majority of our production. It's nothing automatic, all manual, but I like how it looks. It's nice to have the little ambiance, and it also fills out the space nicely, I think. And then you come in here, we do have our villager trading, which is great. Most of them are pretty traded up. And of course I just have signs to kind of block out who sells what. Coming up here, we have our, I guess, main floor of this building. They all sell various different things. Coming in here, just a little sleep area for them. And then coming up the stairs here, we have just a little private area. Not so private because they do tend to come up here quite a bit, but mostly our enchanting is here. And then if you come back this way outside of the enchanting setup and back down these stairs, here to the left you actually have our nether portal. This was also one of our early episodes that we did. I really, really like how this came out. This is one of my favorite spots of the world. I just love the moss. Now the purple all comes together. Green and purple are my favorite colors, so I think naturally this was gonna call my name anyway. Little bed. I do tend to die in the nether quite a bit. Oh. Okay. And I've got lots of extra armor and food, golden apples, even tools, because I truly do. Okay, you are interrupting me. Anyways, over here we have more of our, what's going to be our town square. I do plan on putting one right over here. Plan is to have our big storage warehouse right over there as well. This is our pub and potions. What did I call it? Pints and potions. As you can imagine, this is our brewing. Meant to be a pub. Nothing too creative about this. I do actually like the interior of this. I'm not the best with interiors, but to me, this just felt really cozy and what I like in a good pub. Got our brewing here. Lots of ingredients for us as well. Don't actually find myself up here all that often, but it is cute, it is cozy, and we do have nice music discs. All right, coming back out of here, this is one of our newest builds, I think about 2 episodes ago. This is our map room. I do want to do a trial chamber soon, so this will come in handy. Oh, I think I interrupted something. Little bedroom, really nothing crazy. We did this cool map wall. I'm excited to update this as time progresses. Looks like I missed a corner there. And, oh, a few corners. Okay, I have some work to do, but as we start expanding all around, this will be really cool to see how this updates and progresses. And then coming out here, we have, this is a mixture. This is our blacksmith and stonemason, armorer, toolsmith, quite a bit in here, which comes in handy. I do have a mod that lets me do unlimited trades per person, so for people like the stonemason, I guess I don't really need that many of them to get unlimited trades, but it is nice for the variations of terracotta and whatnot. And then out here we just have a little outdoor area, trying to expand. Oh, and actually this as well. Another little outdoor place with some levers. I don't know. Try to make it look used of some kind. Let's go sleep, and then we will pick back up. Okay, next up we have our church. This was the most recent build. We just did this last episode. I absolutely love this. This, I just want to say, it was not my original idea. However, I did see a picture on Pinterest that was heavily inspired. Basically, the structure was almost completely copied. I did vary up some of the dimensions and the textures, but the design as a whole, not my own. I tried to look for the original author of this, but I could not find one. So if you do know who the lovely designer is of this build, please let me know, because I do want to properly credit them under the build. I do have some more work to do. I built this retaining wall as well. I want to texture this up with some more moss variants, and then I also plan on putting a bridge. That said, I don't know if I want to fill this up with water. I know that will be a very big undertaking, but I think it could be cool, but also it could be awkward with this edge here. So I'm not sure. I thought maybe if I have a few waterfalls coming down, maybe I could just do a smaller river. I don't know. Let me know, because I would love to hear some ideas. But this is the church. I absolutely love it. I plan on building an orchard out in the back, but I'll show you that in a second. Me coming in, here is our chapel. Of course, can sit down, hear your nice Sunday sermon. And then coming back here, we have an altar. This, again, is not my own at all. I just want to make that very clear. This is another thing I found on Pinterest. And then, like I said, coming out here, I do want to put an orchard out here, but that's probably going to be in a few episodes down the road. I started with a couple custom trees. I want to start doing more of those. And I also may want to do kind of how I had the sugarcane farm. I think I want to put a bamboo farm back here inside of a tree as well. I know it's a little redundant, but I don't want big farms at the moment for this current base. As we expand our world, I'll do bigger ones elsewhere, but this is really just meant to be our starter, so I'm not too concerned over that. Okay, and that actually concludes this whole top portion, except for one last build up here. We have our archery range. I really like this. I've never done an archery range, and it's nothing crazy or fancy or technical. There's my bow. But it is really fun. I do sometimes just come here when I'm trying to think about what to do next, and I love that it looks up at this mountain range. The build itself, I did do this. However, the archery range here, this was by block down. I saw he did one of these similar in a recent episode of his, but his was much cooler. It had a lot of automatic operations about it. As you can see, this is all stationary, but the design portion was his. And if you come in here, we have our Fletcher. This guy was really crucial for me in getting emeralds, especially in the very beginning. Just got a little build for him. I thought was kind of nice. All right, and then coming back up here, we do have to go through a few more stairwells. Then we are led to our farming district, more organics and things of that nature. So we do have this huge farm. I do plan on expanding it. At the moment, we've just got our wheat all here, potatoes there in the back, and then we've also got some carrots over here that I will show you. But over here, we've got our cows, nice pasture. I really like the shape of this. I've never done my animal pens in a shape like this. I really like it. It's just a round circle, but I love how the levels kind of vary. There's different shapes and use a lot of different slabs and walls to kind of make things a little more varied. And then coming over here, we have the exact same thing, just a little smaller and with our sheep. Like I said, we have carrots over here. And then we have a little path that leads us up to our flower shop. This is another one of our newer builds that we did. As you can see, it's just a nice little greenhouse. Little fence gates here. Trying to use those more. I've never really used them in a building sense, but I really like it. And then, like I said, we do have some bees in here. I never really see them, but I don't actually use this to collect any of our... Oh, there's some more. I don't use this to collect any of our sugar. No. What am I talking about? Honeycomb. I use the honeycomb that is over by the enchanting table, but I just needed something to kind of fill in this space. And then if you actually come up here, we have a modded villager. This is the botanist. This is a mod I installed. I really love it, especially because you can get spore blossoms at a pretty good price, as well as hanging roots and rooted dirt. These are crucial for me. I also really like these lattices. So cool block. And then coming back here, we have our farmers, more of them. These don't have too much use. I do trade them for my golden carrots, which is nice, but I don't actually use them for anything other than that. And then I do have my automatic bone meal farm, which is great. I do also want to say that this house was made by the amazing Koala Builds here on YouTube. She is one of my favorite tutorial builders. So if you want to see how this is built block by block, you can go check out her channel. This is not my design. Just want to make that clear as well. And then over here we have our pumpkin and melon farm. Well, it used to be our pumpkin and melon farm. Now it's more of a pumpkin farm. The melons were getting a little out of hand and kept breaking my farm. These guys are always up here. I don't know what they're doing up there, but I'm not gonna ask either. So coming down here, we've got pumpkins. There's a couple melons left down there. It's all collected here, kind of all throughout underneath the carpet. These are kind of where I get the primary source of all of my levels, experience, to mend all my tools and armor. Really easy, just sit down there, let my game roll while I'm cleaning, and I'm able to get stuff pretty well repaired. But there is that. Down here, I really want to expand a little farther. I think I want to do some more orchards down here as well as some flower fields. This will come over time. And then if you actually go all the way around in about 1,000 blocks in this direction, you have another village, which I want to link this up with by path, but it will take some time. Another idea I'm toying with is doing a rail cart system all the way through these mountains. However, it will be exposed. There is not 100% going to be covered by mountains, so this would be a little more complicated design-wise, because then it will have to extend overground. And I'm not quite sure how I feel about that, so we will see. We are almost to the end of our tour. Coming over here, we have our smelting. This is semi-automatic in the sense that, well, I'd say it's automatic. We do have a small lava farm, which fuels this all. Lava is an amazing source. Nothing What? I did not know I put him here. I am so real with you. I don't remember doing this at all. This poor guy is just all by himself. I've got to get him moved. I feel so cruel. All right, but as I was saying, we've got our auto smelter here. So you just put in any extra items that are going to go in there. Furnace, fuel it up with a nice pint of lava, and then you get your outcome here. And then over here, got our nice waterfall. I did build a little space for the water to be caught and contained down here, but as for the generation of the waterfall and how it falls, that was completely vanilla. And then our last build so far, we have the mine shaft and mine entrance. This took me so much longer than I thought it would for many reasons, which you will see. I love the entrance. Looks pretty unassuming until you go in and you realize this, I got a little carried away. I started what is going to be strip mining in that direction, but I realized this in itself is going to take its own video. So I gave up halfway through, and you'll see why. Here we've got just a little sleeping area. I always come out and it's nighttime, so it's nice to just have a little place to sleep. And then coming down here, we have the entrance to the actual mountain itself with a lot of deep dark. I actually have the warden turned off. I'm sure many of you have caught on by now. I know it makes it less fun, but it also doesn't. It makes it more fun because I can actually experience it without dying every 2 seconds, and I don't want to deal with that. What I've done and why this took so long is I have gone all the way down to diamond level and built up this rail cart system. Right here, it's more of the organics. You have a lot of moss, spruce, cobblestone, and I love this copper. Let's actually take a ride down and I will show you the rest. So getting in the cart. And let's go on down. Now, this opened up and I just had to do it. I couldn't not incorporate this geode, which was not planned, just happened to go right through it. And then actually let's come back up because that went way too fast. Look at this lava field. It was so scary. I didn't die, thankfully, once while doing this. This just is so, so cool to me. I do want to build like more supports and have stuff go all the way up to kind of in this center bit of those spruce and just hold it up to the ceiling. But I really ran out of time while filming the episode. I do plan on going back and doing that still. But yeah, this was just so, so, so much fun and really pushed me out of my comfort zone. I've never used the copper when building, and I know this is really nothing, but to me, this is out of my comfort zone. So I really, really love that. And then as I was saying, we have that geode up there. I did not plan that. That just so happened to go right through the middle of it, which I thought was really, really cool. One of the best sounds Minecraft has ever done. As we come down, this is where we do all of our strip mining, which is great. Got some storage here just in case we need it. I actually have not spent too much time down here. Just have some little workstation. I do have an ender chest. Again, oh, looks like I have some torches ready to go. And got a strip mine. It's not that big at the moment, but like I said, I wanted to do that other strip mine that goes in the other direction. This is kind of just meant, and it's a good thing I didn't expand this too much because we do hit a lot of lava. While I was building this, I was just really thrown back. This to me feels like the OG mythical sausage builds where he would always do the, I guess he still does, but the nice beam, he got the trapdoors. This just feels so OG mythical sausage, and it made me really, really happy. I think he's done several strip mines exactly like this, but it just makes me really happy. I really love this style. And then coming over here, we have the exact same thing duplicated. Even the designs of the armor is all the same. Back here, I am going to rip these out and put a door here. I'm thinking, oddly enough, about putting a cactus farm down here. That way we have an automatic farm going while I'm strip mining to go ahead and double up on what we need. And I don't need it too often. And I don't come down here too often, so I figured it'd be a good way to get that also going. That said, that is all we have for our world tour here on this episode 15. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'm so excited to get started with more of our world, and I just cannot wait to show you what else is in store. I have a lot more ideas to expand this whole base area. I would love your input on a lot of what we can expand or any of those ideas that I brought up before. Please do let me know if you have anything in mind. And thank you so, so, so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. It means way more to me than you know. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Many blessings.